All right, they don't give we signal. Say finally, we don't get signal. Say we fit start. So we'll go start right now. All right. Now welcome. All money place day. On a cafe day up. Now welcome. Una good evening, my fellow Ambazonians. Una good evening for all una, for all our papa them and our mommy them, for all our uncle them and our auntie them, for all big papa them and big mommy them, for all our Ambazonian picking them. Una good evening for all now. Today we na Monday, number 15 day for the month of March. I be una brother Asu. We na the press secretary for the executive office for governing council of Ambazonia. Today I don't come with another good news. Today I don't come with another sweet news. We gonna make all una heart go over sweet. All right. So make all money place day. Una come fine. Una welcome. I hope say una day fine. I hope say una weekend also pass fine. Make we start. Better story day today. I don't come today. Now for can't talk about when would you always talk about say La République du Cameroon don't be defeated. Now what do we really mean? We get any evidence or show them. We don't explain that many times. But today, one can show us something where it go make all man go come for that conclusion because you go take your own eye, you see them. Not be something now we get for the tell you or get for the make analysis. But now something where you go carry your own eye, you see and use yourself. For no say they say La République du Cameroon for Ambazonia don't be defeated. But before we go for that story, make a first of all start for salute our people them for ground zero. We want to salute all our people them for ground zero for the big ghost town where they hold them all across the 13 states from Ambazonia today. As always, every Monday, our people that they show this collective determinism, that they show this collective defiance, this collective resistance for demonstrate for La République du Cameroon and the whole world. Say the Ambazonian people, they mean business when they talk say they want freedom. Say the Ambazonian people, they mean business when they talk say the fraudulent union with Cameroon occupation for Ambazonia must come to an end. So we want to thank all our business people then. Thank all the people that even they work with the colonial state. All the people that they setting them for corner road. All our people then. We want to thank you now. All the farmers, all people there that go farm for this kind of day, all man they take a day off for show solidarity with the one that they don't kill them. For show solidarity with the one that they stay for bush. For show solidarity with the one the way they don't become refugees for that country. For show solidarity with our prisoners of war. For also show solidarities with the one the way they don't carry the gun them for defend the land. So we thank you plenty for this collective resistance. I want to also thank my friend and my teammate, a great comrade, a brother, Comrade Capo Daniel, for the big show yesterday for us we can launch Stabilization Force Phase 2. Yesterday, all we with the Ambazonian people then, we do wonders yesterday. We do wonders. Yesterday, as they talk for Pidgin, they said devil is a liar. That show yesterday, it be mean a lot for the Ambazonian people then. Because it tell La République du Cameroon, it tell the enablers, it tell the traitors, it tell the infiltrators, and it tell the agents provocateurs. Say Ambazonia, they be committed to the strategy for liberate homeland. And they don't see the importance of the stabilization force. And Ambazonian then they rally themselves together for all the people where they support the project yesterday. For all our brothers and sisters them. Your papa, our mommy them. Where yesterday, when I rise up to the call, to the leader I call. Because you understand the strategy, you understand the vision. And yesterday, we've been at day 1 for phase 2 for the fundraising. We've been at we do what performance will be very wonderful. All right? So we thank una plenty. We thank all the people them way they commit, they donate, and they make those contributions. We thank una plenty. The devils, they don't shake. We want also thank our leader of our War of Independence, Dr. Abacho, where he always support we for the initiative done with the one. We thank you plenty say with all the work we did one, it take the time for can support the teamwork who they out there with the one for the organizations and for the defense forces. We want thank you plenty say call yesterday, for encourage we, for support we. That the kind leadership this and the kind teamwork this for ADF and AGOFC. And we hope say this one, other movements, other organizations, then too they go start for practice these kind of things. As all we do fight for make sure say we deliver the results for our people then. All right. Now, we start the story. A couple of months ago, since 2020, the leader for a War of Independence, Dr. Abacho, he can tell the Ambazonian people say, Cameroon don't be defeated. And a lot of Ambazonians, they wonder, like, what do you mean say Cameroon don't be defeated? Not be their army of occupation still there for Ambazonia. Not be their armor cast still there for Ambazonia. So now what you when they talk say Cameroon don't be defeated? Would you see La République du Cameroun, their terrorists be army, police, and gendarme, they still kill Ambazonians. But why when they still talk say they say Cameroon don't be defeated? It don't make sense. No. Based on the strategy, we want authoritatively, with physical evidence, tell the Ambazonian people, say Cameroon, it don't be defeated for Ambazonia a long time ago. Cameroon don't be defeated for Ambazonia a long time ago. This one not been just a statement. They don't be defeated. Make a show on this video. Make on a heart over sweet before we start. This video on the same. Now the biggest evidence this to the Ambazonian people. The video when they can't watch them. Now the biggest evidence this. Physical evidence, not be analytical evidence. Now the first physical evidence. Say La République du Cameroun. It don't be defeated for Ambazonia a long time ago. Waiting when this one watch them, it be very consistent with all the analysis we don't give the Ambazonian people them. I go show you the video. But first, make we explain what be our objective for talk to we don't defeat Cameroon. Number one, as the leader belongs state now for make sure say Cameroon it lost political control from Ambazonia. Number two, it lost administrative control from Ambazonia. So when it lost political control and it lost administrative control, that means that they don't lost legitimacy for Ambazonia. Number three, they no go fit ever organize any election where Ambazonian people they participate for the election. All right? Now some of those things and that. So now, once they lost political control, they lost administrative control, they no fit organize any election, then they don't lost legitimacy totally for Ambazonia. Now some of those political objectives and that where the leader be set up. Now for delegitimize Cameroon for Ambazonia. So how we don't delegitimize Cameroon for Ambazonia? Their governors, they don't stay now for out of Ambazonia. Lele l'Afrique, it spend more time for Bafoussam. Okala Bilai, they spend more time for Douala. They need to stay for Ambazonia, they fear. All their colonial senators, all 100% of all colonial senators, they don't run Ambazonia. They stay for La République du Cameroon. All colonial parliamentarians, they don't run Ambazonia. They stay for La République du Cameroon. For 2019, 95% of all DOs and SDO, they don't run Ambazonia. They don't bring a few of them back. So now that number, they around 80 to 85% of all the DO them, they don't run. So now only about 15% of DO them, they still there for Ambazonia, and they stay for Amoka. So all their government delegate them for plenty place, they need to also stay for Ambazonia. The video where we can watch them, now the first big evidence is we don't come out. Say La République du Cameroon, the only thing where they get them for Ambazonia, they don't Ambazonia now, not be now their colonial administrators, the governor. Ambazonia now, we don't defeat La République du Cameroon politically and administratively. So now what it remain now a military occupation. Now the only thing that we Cameroon get from Ambazonia. Make I show now the video. We continue the story. Make una hard over sweet. I know say una the wait. Show me the video. Show me the video. Una watch. So this video, now the places where they be talking, they say they want to build DDR center. All right? They don't take them now. They build now a big camp. For inside this big camp, now for here they go carry all the enablers. That means if they want to bring senator, they want to bring a colonial senator from La République to Ambazonia, for can make video, for can put the person for television. They do them all. Now for inside this military bunker. All it take place now for here. So they don't take all this military bunker. They go bring in enablers and traitors and collaborators, and then can make propaganda. Now for here they can do all that interview. They go make a like say it take place now for some inside Ambazonia, but they don't know say it take place now for a military barrack, a military bunker. We now watch. As soon as they see them, now they enablers them that where they don't run the territory because Cameroon don't be defeated. When they see them, they go carry them from Amoka from Yaoundé. They go carry them from Amoka from Douala. They need to carry them go now for some hotel. They need to carry them go now for some place, for some government office. They carry them, bring them inside a military bunker. Now for inside this military bunker, they go come now, they can't put these people, they make shit on. And then they bring television in people, they make interview them, and then they will carry them, go back. Now watch. And then that they come on inside more car. When I know who that one be, when I know all them. I'm not them that. When I know them. Not them that. So if una fit see them, when I see how they don't set that place, a Jordan like say they don't go shit on for some bar. They don't set me be like say they don't go shit on for outside for some place. When I watch, when I look at the propaganda.
Okay, let me see a story here.
Una dey see more of the enablers that they come out. Una dey see the plenty and more car them. Where all the enablers that they come out. And they don't come make now that place. Now inside this military bunker, now where they bring all the enablers. Una watch. It don't be none of military propaganda. So when I don't see how they don't set them up, like say they didn't for outside, like say they don't go shit on for some bar, and they don't go shit on for public. When I see how they don't design them all, and then they go can't take video, they take picture. It go there like say they didn't for Ambazonian, and they don't go shit on for bar, they don't go shit on for public because they design them like a bar, they design like a restaurant for public, and they go take this one now, they go begin to show them. Say all things don't come back for Ambazonian. Say normalcy, it don't return for Ambazonian. Say peace don't come back for Ambazonian. See how senators that they shit on for outside, they drink mimbo. See how senators that they shit on for outside, they chop. We all na lie. All these things that they take place na inside military bunker. Now the propaganda this. Now the propaganda this. As Capo Daniel don't talk am, we don't catch them for their tail, we don't catch them for their foot. We don't catch them. So we hope say now, as all when I don't take the time for watch am, we hope say now we understand the propaganda. La République du Cameroon don't lost the war for Ambazonia. The only thing where they get from Ambazonia, now those ammo cars. There is nothing else left for Cameroon inside Ambazonia. Now the brilliance of the strategy this. Now the brilliance of the block by block strategy this. Now the brilliance of this generation this. That's why we cut cafe for our defense forces them. We cut cafe for all the brave men and women where they rise up for implement the strategy and they defeat Cameroon with almost bare hands. What did this one mean for Ambazonia? What it be next for the Ambazonian people then? We don't defeat La République du Cameroon, now not only military occupation, not only their army, police, gendarme, and B, they remain and their armor car. So what is next? Now the question now the asker. PS, tell we, what it be next? What it be next? Now what it the leader for a war of independence don't tell the Ambazonian people that. Take over. Now what it be next that? If you defeat Cameroon, they don't get political control. They don't get administrative control. You don't already defeat them. So now, your goal now for take over your country back. Your goal now for show power. Your goal now for show the power. Because the world be trust Cameroon for maintain peace, security, and stability. Now we don't defeat them. You know, go wait until some man, he can't tell you, say, go take power now. You know, go wait after you don't defeat Cameroon, because wait till be the reason when you decide for use the strategy. You be not for defeat Cameroon. Alright? And wait till be the reason for defeat Cameroon. Now say you take over. So why we don't defeat Cameroon, or while we don't defeat Cameroon, Now the Ambazonian people, they are time for takeover. So the strategy for the stabilization force, now the strategy for say we start for take over the place them with the block by block forces. They not fit take over those places. The block by block forces, they don't already take over all the other small block them. The big city, now only Cameroon, they only control the big city for inside Amoka. So the stabilization force, now the force for start for take over the big cities. Now the force for show the world say as we don't defeat Cameroon, now we fit take over. Now we fit provide that peace, security, and stability. Because today we don't get the first actual evidence of the defeat of Cameroon. When I don't see all those colonial traitors then, how did they only go bring the Nafamoka from Yaoundé and Douala? So the faster the Ambazonian people, they listen for sense and they listen for a leader where you don't get the experience of how things that they work and then create a strategy for give the people the what that they fight for, the better for all Ambazonians. The faster we go reduce the pain on our people, the faster we go free our prisoners of war, the faster we go start for bring back our refugees, the faster the international community go recognize Ambazonia. All right. So the faster the international community, it go recognize Ambazonia. Now that projection of power, and that's why we announce the stabilization force. That's why when we help for fund phase 1, when I see the talk for the international community change. Now we get to move in faster as a people, as a smart, intelligent people. So what people don't suffer for far too long. And the defeat of Cameroon, it means we'll get to move in with speed like thunder. We get to act fast. Time not there for waste time. The world move for our path. So we'll not get the time for waste time. We'll get to move in like thunder. For start for take over. That's why we move for phase 2. And the leader don't give you 30 days. For these 30 days, we will start them yesterday. We want beg every single Ambazonian. We beg you. Every week, the moment you take your paycheck, we beg you for the next 30 days to be very critical. For the things that go on for background for the international community. The next 30 days to be critical. We get to move in like thunder. So every time you take your paycheck, we beg you, take a little bit, put down, sacrifice. Every paycheck you take them every Friday, just take small, sacrifice them for the stabilization force. The next 30 days, we get to put in a lot of material for very strategic places for start for takeover. So that they will come up for this side. Those ones they come up for that side. They start for take over those places. For start for move that people then for that kind of places. So I want to appeal for all we. I know say yesterday when I respond bigly and when I respond fatly. I don't come again for appeal through evidence. So we get for move in fast like thunder. And when we do them, because now we determine what happen for the international community. Now we determine how they talk. Not be like Cameroon. The end for Cameroon don't come. But all we now, we get for make the kind sacrifices we never make them before. We get for show the kind dedication we never show them before. They call and say go the extra mile. I want to appeal for all we. Make every single Ambazonian stretch yourself and go the extra mile. Just stretch for this 1 month. Just go the extra mile. And even if it means say you get to go take a small part-time job for make sure say if you put $200 every week, for make sure say if you put $100 every week, for make sure say you push, you stretch yourself. You said, well, people, they don't win. Now may they take back the country. I want to appeal for all our people them for ground zero. And the appeal for the business people them. When I don't suffer. The chaos and the insecurity because of the war and the defeat of Cameroon. I want to appeal for all una too. Una step up. Make we end this chapter for our people, their history. If we do them as we do the first one, we go move, we change everything for the international system. Because they talk the way that they go on in the background. Everything there for our favor. Make we start for take some kind places them. Show the world. So we don't start for capture some kind place them. We don't start like, imagine say, we put in this second phase of the stabilization force. This one they come up for this side, the other one they come up for that side, and then they all enter inside Boya. Imagine say, we show now a live video as they capture the governor's mansion for Boya. Imagine so we show the world, say now how far we don't go that. Imagine say the stabilization force, those big soldier them, they come up for this side them plenty, and then the second other one they come up for that side them plenty. Imagine say we show say they say the gendarme station for Manfred don't be captured. The army station for Manfred don't be captured. The B station for Manfred don't be captured. Imagine say we project that kind of power for the world. Now the path this one move there. We get to move fast. We get to move with speed. Imagine say, oh, when I woke up for one morning time, when I see Ambazonian flag, it fly for up station because they don't capture up station for Bamenda. What do you think say the world go talk? What do you think? How you think say the world go react? Now the assurance this will get forgive the world. Now the confidence this will get forgive the world. Now the pride this will get forgive the world. Now, when I know say with the defeat of La Republic of Cameroon, they not maintain peace, security, and stability. That's why kidnapping and for ransom, it don't plenty all over Ambazonian. All kinds of people them, they don't take advantage for the chaos for ground, and gangs, they don't deform themselves for the harass our communities. La Republique, their own proxy forces and their militia groups that they be created. Now they are work that now. They are police and gendarme for night. They don't start for use kidnapping for ransom like the biggest business on Ambazonian. So how you fit stop kidnapping for ransom if you not get the kind of force where if you enter inside a town and find place where those kidnappers and those gangs are there and stop them, you not fit. So we feel the cry say, oh, kidnapping for ransom do over plenty. The kidnapping for ransom is plenty now because Cameroon don't be defeated. Cameroon not maintain law, enough provide peace, enough provide security. All we get for come for this understanding. All we get for come for this awareness. So if people now, the place, it don't be ungovernable. There is empty spaces, ungovernable spaces as they call them. That's how we get for come in. That's how we get for build a force. For start clean ground zero. And give our people them the peace where they deserve them. And the stability where they deserve them. I hope so this thing will make a lot of sense for all now. Not been a noise. na sense. For you for care and protect a people, not be na empty talk. Na sense and and a lot of hard work. We don't dedicate ourselves for the next 30 days, sleep no day. For the next 30 days, sleep no day. So for the next 30 days, I go to call every person. I go to contact you. Say, Friday don't come. Friday don't come. Give something. Give something. For the next 1 month, all we got to work extremely hard as a team of people. Every week, every Friday, we go to do a public fundraising every Friday for the next 4 weeks. So all the business people them for ground zero, it be for our own advantage, for quicken the process, for give our people then the freedom where they need them. For say our phone number for the executive office there for here, for Governing Council of Ambazonian. Call, talk say, I get 200,000 amber. I get 500,000 amber. I get 1 million amber for Guillaume. How have you send the money? Una call. Call, talk, say, they say, I don't see the work. This thing, they come to an end. I want to make it come to an end fast. You get a business. You don't tire the chaos. You don't tire the killings. You don't tire the war. You talk, say, from waiting, I don't see them. There's strategy for the stabilization force. It get a lot of meaning and it make a lot of sense for the Ambazonian people. Then. I want to do my part. How much I feel contribute where it go move things then forward. You there for Japan? You there for Korea? You there for Singapore, for Malaysia? You there for Australia? You there for Netherlands? You there for Germany? You there for France? You there for Canada here? You there for United States? Sacrifice your 1 week salary. Out of 3-4 months, 4 weeks for the month, sacrifice 1 week for Ambazonian, for move the process forward. It no go disrupt your life. Go for your bank account. Take a $500 for overdraft. And you pay 150, 150, 150, small for the next 3 weeks. You go pay the $500 overdraft. Give for Ambazonian. We'll get 30 days for move the Ambazonian people them for a high place for the table of the world. If you do one, yesterday when I don't prove them. 3 months ago when I prove them with the first phase. If you do one, use your credit card. Take $500. Take $1,000 for your credit card. Make that commitment for Ambazonia. The times will be very critical for change the destiny of our people then. So we will be ready for the hard work. I want to make you also be ready. As the soldiers for ground, they make that kind of sacrifice. Make you also make your own part of the sacrifice. We don't come too far for slow down. When you come too far, you get for speed up. You don't need for slow down. So me, I no go slow down for the work where the leader don't give me. For lead this campaign for the next 30 days. Sleep no day. After the next 30 days, we will take small sleep. All right? So make this video when I don't watch on today. Make it cause all man for be very happy. Make you for be happy. Say, Cameroon don't be defeated. Wait if it do for make sure say we take back ground zero. Now the question that. Now where the Ambazonian people don't already defeat Cameroon, and we don't see them. Say now I don't turn a military occupation. Wait me as an Ambazonian if do one. For move the process for give Ambazonia them total takeover. John F. Kennedy, when the American people then, they don't reach a level of progress for their country. He can challenge them. He say give the American people 10 years for put a man on the moon. For start from scratch. Develop all the things where they get for doing. For land a human being on the moon. For prove American superiority in science for the world. He give them 10 years. Then they be a free people then. So they get 10 years for do that kind of adventure. For science exploration. We don't get 10 years. We don't live through 60 years of hell. We don't live through 60 years of pain. We don't live through 60 years of disease and poverty. 60! It be too much. 60 years is a very long time. Now a whole person, a lifetime, from birth to death, for most people there. That's a very long time. So make we correct this chapter. Make this thing bring joy for Ambazonians. Progress is supposed to be a joyful thing, not be a burden. Forgive for this kind of thing is supposed to be a joyful thing, not be a burden. For do this kind of work for me, I believe that a joyful experience for me. I not see him for serve the Ambazonian people, for serve the leader, for serve the forces. I not see him like a burden. I see him like a joyful experience for give our people and freedom. Because freedom is a joyful thing. I see him like a joyful experience for make sure say we live a life of purpose. Say when Ambazonian people they be need we stand up for defend them. We stand up for do the work. For freedom, for joy, for love, for give our people them health and happiness. Now the meaning this. So $1,000, when you take $1,000 from your credit card, you take $1,000 from your overdraft. Wow. Go take that $1,000 with joy. For talk say, I want to make the greatest contribution for the liberation of my people then. I want to make the greatest contribution for make sure say picking they not be killed anymore. Pregnant women they not be killed anymore. Our sister not be raped anymore. Girls, mommy they not stay for bush anymore. Brothers they not be picked up and jailed up anymore. You know if you buy those things with $1,000. You know if you buy any Ambazonian picking life with $1,000. So not look at $1,000 as $1,000 because you think about $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $1,000. You know if you buy a human life. When a relative be killed, you know if you bring it back with $1,000. So while you not take that $1,000, you prevent the suffering, you prevent the death by making that investment for the team where it go stop all those things. Now the conversation this. So make it be joy. Do them with passion. Do them with love. Do them with commitment. Do them as a patriot. Do them because you two being outside there just like all we did for outside there. You know, say you don't leave your loved one them, your family members them, your friends them, your uncles, your aunts, and all man they suffer, and you don't want them anymore. So that's why you want give that $1,000 with joy. You want give that $2,000 with joy. You want give $5,000 with joy. You talk saying now how much we need them? How much we need them for these 30 days? How much? We need $100,000? I can do something. Call now the number that. Set up a meeting. Talk say PS has to set up a meeting. Make a talk to Dr. Eba and the defense chairman. How much will I need? Now how this one will make a difference? If we give $100,000, how much it will make a difference? Me and my woman, me and my family, me and my business partners. We don't talk so we want to make a difference. We want free our people them. How much will I need them? The same John F. Kennedy. He talked for the people of America. It talks say not ask what America go do for you. Ask what you go do for America. So we could bring them for Ambazonia. Make you not ask what I go benefit from Ambazonia. Ask what I fit do for free the people. What I fit do for end the occupation. What I fit do for speed up the process of the takeover. Would it bring John F. Kennedy sense? Not ask what you go benefit if Ambazonia become free. Ask what I fit contribute now for help the process, for give the people them freedom, for give the people them dignity, for give the people them a good life, for make Ambazonian take over. So if you don't marry, all papa them and mommy they wanna watch me today. When she don't get a conversation, so if we take a line of equity of $5,000 and make a difference, if we take a line of equity of $10,000 and make a difference, of course, it will help a lot. What about I get a rental property? What about I take 1 month rent for one of my rental properties? I donate them. What about I take 1 day? You be a lawyer. Every time you see a client, you make $300, $500. What about you take 1 day of your work out of 30 days? You give them for the work, for the liberation. That $2,000, that $3,000. You be a doctor, you be a professional. What if you do them? For move the people forward. But you don't need to be for that level. What if you do on a $50? Like, we get a message yesterday. An Ambazonian, it is somewhere for La Republique du Cameroon. He listened for the leader. And he watched me and Capo. Immediately send a message. He said, Brother Asu, I did for La Republique du Cameroon. I don't get much. But I get 10,000 amber. Now, how I fit send this 10,000? You know, say don't touch it. For person where the only thing we get them, now 10,000 amber. And he want to take that 10,000 gear. And because he want to go back home. And because he don't want to live anymore for the occupier a country. Now patriotism that. Now caring that. I got a brother yesterday, a comrade, actually a sister, man, I'll call it. We got a sister yesterday. He pledged $500. He make everything possible. He said, I must keep my commitment. Since yesterday, between now, he don't fulfill that pledge and send that $500 for the treasury of AGOFC, Financial Department. Now the commitment that, sister, I know who you be. And I want to thank you. So all papa, the mama, me, them when they for outside here, when I get a discussion, when I see what you want to do for the next 30 days, we need when I help. When I don't help a lot, for the next 30 days, with the back, make we go the extra mile. Cameroon don't be defeated. Make we take our country back. And give our people them the humanity where they need them. And stop this pain where people don't go through for a very long time. And help for start to bring back our refugees them. Ofidiwa. Would you count on one? When I get my phone number, no matter place we did for this world, make we do one for our people then. All right. So I'll be available for talk for any man, answer questions, give when I way when I feel send money. No matter how much the money there is always a way. I will be very grateful. We'll be very grateful so far for the people who don't answer this call. Because yesterday when I proved one thing, Ambazonian is the one freedom. And traitors, infiltrators or agent provocateurs, they will derail the Ambazonian people then. The time for noise don't pass. Yesterday now the test that will pass up. Because they be the wait for see if donations will come in yesterday. La Republic be the wait for see if donations will come in yesterday. Chris Ann will be the wait for see if donations will come in yesterday. It be the watch with fake accounts. They be the wait. When I don't put all them for shame, noise will not liberate Ambazonian. Noise no liberate Ambazonian. The strategy, the commitment, and focus will liberate Ambazonian. So one time kuna. Noise makers, they go remain noise makers. Because they won't be noise makers from the beginning till now. And you know go stop their noise. But you go stay focused for what it matter. I will not go fall for their trap of infighting. I get a call today. I tell you this story. Excuse me. I get a call today from Ground Zero. A young man called me. Just ask basic question. And then I hear some uncle or papa for back. He say, ask you, what will be the problem with collaboration all day? I say, give phone me, talk for me. He say, ask me. Say, ask me the question. Why be say the egg of C and IG, you know, one come together. Now I ask you say, now 2 IG the day. Now which IG they talk about? He say, how he talks in a 2 IG the day? Now only 1 IG day. I say, okay. Now which of the IG them? Where you think say na only 1 day? He say na IG of Chris Ano. I say, I know who you be. Then I ask you, say, what about IG of Siseko? The IG care. You need to exist? He say, no. Mo not count that one because as the cash Siseko, na only 1 IG day. Na Sako IG. I say, you see him? I say, na the Connie this way when I get him. Na the Connie this way when I get him. So now which one come first? Na Siseko IG or na Sako IG come first? I say, na the Connie this. He say, so why Egg of C and Sako IG, they need to collaborate? And I tell you, say, you don't know the story. You don't know the story. I say, Egg of C want liberate Ambazonian. Egg of C, they focus on the liberation of homeland. They did train soldiers. They did buy materials. They be very organized. They want liberate Ambazonian. The other one them, they want make a noise. So the time way, the day way them, they go be ready. Their senses go come. Say that the liberation, it matter. Not be noise. That day, when they start for talk, they talk. You, Papa, as you did talk for me so, your head to go clear. You know, say for 4 years, they don't make no noise. I ask you, say, tell me one thing. I say, you don't ever see Chris Ano or Sako. They can't put gun. They tell you, say, na 5 gun this, who give for the state of Ako. I say, you don't ever see him. I say, if you don't ever see him, send me a video where soldier, they carry 5 gun. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 gone. They talk saying that the soldier, now the 5 gone than this. Where Chris Anu and Sako, they buy them for we. And they give them for one small group. I say, if you get that video, send them for me. I go send you 200,000 amber. That's why I asked that papa. He said, but IG na government now. I said, where my brother? The matter na about the liberation of Ambazonia or not the matter na about a government. Which one? You want liberate Ambazonia or you want get a government? It's in a liberation. I say good. If na liberation, the only language na liberation, government will come now after liberation. Now after the liberation. That's what I tell you. I say, Papa, no vex so. Government, it will come now after liberation. Now, make we liberate the discussion for government or not be government. Now, after the people don't be liberated. But now we talk say, it talk very interesting thing. it talk say, but why be say ADF, it won't be not the only force we want to go liberate Ambazonia. Never actually say, is there anything wrong? Is there anything wrong for say ADF want to liberate Ambazonia? Something be wrong with say ADF want to liberate Ambazonia? He said, but why the one be saying that they only? I said, no. ADF, they collaborate with all the other forces there. The only force where ADF need to collaborate with them are the butchers or Bui warriors. All the other forces, all across Ambazonia, for all the 13 states. Genuine, good, brotherly collaboration, they go on with all, except the butchers of Bui warriors. Now the only force that. That's why I tell that part. I said that's why ADF, the general, did rally all Ambazonia them. Because they don't know say this critical time don't come. For focus our people them. Focus our people them. Focus our people them. Make all the soldiers they work together, plan together. For staff for knock La Republic to Cameroon out. And the stabilization force, it will now lead the charge and support all the other one them. Support all the other one them for the big work. Alright? So these things so na sense, na strategy, na hard work, not be talk. The last 4 years of talking and distraction and argument, it not be move Ambazonia then forward. But when we focus, we make miracles they happen. The stabilization force, as Capo Daniel talk yesterday, now the most successful program or project for the history of Ambazonian War of Independence. All the project the way the AGOVs don't do them, they won't be very successful because they produce results. But the stabilization force, now the first biggest project from start to finish, we complete them with 100% or 1000% check up success rate in terms of project management. From the conceptualization of the idea to the execution of the idea, for brand the message, for sell the message, for deliver the materials, for train the forces, man. When you get that kind of leadership, a people they be bound for succeed. A people they be bound for get progress. A people they be bound for get a good life. Because what it mean I say, now any project we will take on, if we use the standards, we use the methodologies, and if we help other organizations them, for teach them this kind of project management skills, how to bring people them together, how to motivate people, how to encourage people, how to make people they work as a team, how to make them be mission driven. Man, now the country this. And now the work this, now the excitement this for me, now the passion this for me, now the commitment this for me. I like these kind of challenges for we for come together as a people, for find a way for find the means, for work together, even with people don't disagree with them, just so that we fit move our people forward. You don't get anything to do with we. You don't get anything to do with Dr. Yaba. You don't get anything to do about ADF. Now about the AGOFC, the ADF, the leader or capo, all those things, not just instruments. Trusted instrument, dependable instrument, reliable infrastructures, reliable institutions for produce dependable results. Results where if you trust them, results where if you guarantee. Say when people they talk something, they get the character, they get the personality for deliver the results to the people. Now what do you mean that? And the thing that with the stabilization force unproven. So when you get a committed group of people, when they talk something that they do them, they call and say character. The leader talk them, he explain them, we deliver the results to the people. No excuse. They deliver the result to the people. They say, now when I army this, when I raise the money, when I trust the process, now when I army this, when I take them. Now the same thing about the liberation. The Ambazonian Defense Forces, it could lead the process of the liberation. The ADF, it could lead the liberation phase for Ambazonia. Once the land don't be liberated, with all our sister forces them, they go collectively do them. The ADF go provide the leadership, the expertise, and the equipments for lead this phase of our liberation. Once they don't lead them, they go take the country, they give them for the Ambazonian people, so that the Ambazonian people, now the Ambazonian people collectively, through their leaders, through their different movements, now the Ambazonian people now go can sit down. They decide on the nature of their transition authority, decide on the nature of their government. For this phase, the Ambazonian Defense Forces, through the Governing Council of Ambazonia, it don't prove say that they be the most effective liberation movement for Ambazonia. Comparison not there for that one. Not be something if he argue them for any shape or form. Look at the character of people where the leader don't attract them and then delegate the things and where those people they be very good at. And you know, say those people they get the competency or competencies. They get the intelligence. Now, trusted people, they get the character, they get the ingenuity, they get the personality, and they get the love of the people them for heart. That's leadership. If you look for the side for ADF, Benedict Kwa, SG Ayamba, Sheikh Kavi, PK, Mama Wally, DDC Capo. All right? And then look all the coordinators. Look for Ground Zero, General Effa, Lieutenant General Popo. Look all their generals. See how they don't behave. Come for the side for AGOFC. See Dr. Ayaba. You see Vice President Dr. Julius Nye. You see Secretary General Obadia. Look their Secretary of Finance. See their Secretary for Human Rights, Comrade Cecilia. See their Secretary for diplomacy for the State Department, Dr. Larry Ayamba. See their Secretary for International Recognition and Peace. See their Chief, how they call them, diplomatic, the person with the diplomatic policy chief. Just look across the institution. Now the only movement with the synergy, how they work in teams, all the various secretariats or departments, not only for achieve one goal. Like now, all the departments, they only work on one plan, this stabilization. Whether not human rights, whether not people for communication, whether not people for finance, whether not people that be in charge of OMPO, whether not the defense, whether not people that be in charge of diplomacy, whether not the people then for the economic council, whether the former, all man they work towards one objective for actualize the vision for the people. We now understand? We'll be very result oriented, we'll be very result driven. That's what we want to feel trust. And that's what we produce this kind of results for our people then. Now the team spirit is. Because now an organization, an institution, where they found them and for achieve those objectives for the Ambazonian people there, for the liberation. So when I feel count on the leadership and the people who they surround that leadership for execute the vision and the plan and the strategy for achieve the goals there where the people don't ask for. As I did for you, I be a servant of the people. I be a servant. I day and for serve what picking them, serve what mommy them, serve what papa them, serve the soldier. We be here, we be servant of the people. We go now for serve the people. Now for work for what the people they ask for. And the people that the whole way accountable for what they ask for delivering for them. And the Ambazonian this one gear for people there. The Ambazonian this one billion for one. So that's how they count on una for this stabilization force project. We count on all una. Say as una make this commitment, una make these extra sacrifices, we and una go work hand in hand for deliver the results for the Ambazonian people then. For reduce the pain and the trauma for our picking them for ground zero. The trauma and the pain and the suffering for the refugees and the one who they do prison. What about the soldiers who only fight for bush for 4 years? What about them? They don't need that life. If you just think about what they don't go through for the last 4 years, for the sleep of bush, for the sleep of ground, under rain, under sun, you go want give everything where you get them. For all these parts of our societies them, for end their pain and their suffering. But above all, we'll be very grateful. Say that they sleep for bush, under rain and sun. That they go hungry because they know say they don't rise up for defend the lives of 8 million Ambazonians. And they carry that burden, that responsibility with such dedication, with such humility, with such focus. We know so enough to repay them. But the best way we do one for them for now. Now forgive them what they need them. For get the job done. For the pride for all Ambazonians. And we thank them plenty. They don't always respond for every demand we will ask them. We ask them for make the territory ungovernable, they make them. We ask them for stop economic exploitation, they achieve them. We ask them to delegitimize Cameroon, they achieve them. We ask them say we want dynamic control, they deliver them. We ask them say may they defeat Cameroon, they deliver them. Everything we don't ask of them, they don't deliver them. We ask them, say, make the bill we contain a stabilization force. They don't deliver them. Wow. Every time, everything we don't ask them, don't deliver them. Now for we for live up to what they don't ask for. That's why they ask all married people them, all papa and mommy them. They ask Una come together, una get story for night, and talk say, wetin we fit do am. 10 families, 10 families, 10 papa and mommy dem. They fit make a decision tonight. So we go take $10,000 from our home equity for Gian, and 10 families they fit do am. One family fit do am. One family fit do am. 2 families they fit do am. One businessman fit do am. 2 business people they fit do am. But it take na that conversation where you call your woman, papa call mommy, or mommy call papa, say me could do something for the next 30 days for move this stabilization force. Maybe put the next one as we don't already see the other one. We want to see the next one. They put up for the other part of Ambazonian. So that this one they come up for here, this one they come up for here. The game change for our people then. Alright? We thank you plenty. The forces, they don't answer the call. They don't live up to your own expectations. Now it's time for all we for live up to the expectations of the forces and which the general don't ask for. Forgive our people them the home now where they deserve. My phone number there for una front. I will wait for una call. No matter place where you did, all papa and mommy them, I will wait for una call. Alright? All brothers and sisters them, I will wait for una call. Boyfriend and girlfriend, una also get the same story, I will wait for una call. You be a single man, step up and do something, I will wait for your call. You be a single sister, make the love for our people them also touch you, I will wait for your call. When I get a good night, we will talk tomorrow. I thank when I say when I don't take the time for listening for we for tonight. As always, we come here and for serve our people then, for make sure so we do the work. Alright? That's why we take now work. And we come here and for work for our people then. And when I expect we make we do the work. So we thank you plenty for all our picking them. I want to tell you we over love now. Oh. For all our picking them, I want to tell you say we love una plenty. This work what they do, I'm not for secure on our future. For make sure say when I will live for a very peaceful country, I will not get a bright future. For all our mommy them, we want make una be proud. We want make una live a long life and a healthy life. We want una live a life where enjoyment day, happiness day. For all our papa them, we want una be proud of we too. We want give una a free homeland. May God bless all man. I'll wait for my calls. When I get a good night.
Stay tuned on ACN TV. We will be right back. Ambazonia Defense Forces, the vanguards of the Ambazonia War of Independence.